Hey everybody, welcome to my first video. I'd like to really dive into Tesla and kind of analyze the charts and see what's going on, where we're headed, and what's going on with the technical analysis. So let's start with the last couple of months. We saw that really high increase. The stock moved all the way up to that 500 level. The split happened. We had the secondary offering news, which kind of pushed the stock down to the previous support level, which was like around that 400, 403 level. And then we had the S&P non-inclusion, which dropped the stock all the way down to the 50-day moving average resistance, which is at that 330 level. You can't make this stuff up. The stock was supported exactly at the 50-day moving average, which it's really followed. It's really traded above the 50-day moving average. It was dropped below in March, but dropped below, dropped below. Then as soon as it pulls ahead of above it, it really has been trading above it and then moved way above it. So it was really way above the 50-day moving average here. But you can see it was really supported on the downtrend right at that 330 mark. So moving forward, if you see the RSI was really high at that time when the stock was about 500, it was about 82, which was way overbought. It needed to come down to, and on that low, it hit that 43. So to me right now, it's in a good territory, oversold, a little bit oversold. So it's kind of traded sideways now. It bounced right off that 50-day moving average, moved up, got hit by this previous support. It hit that 400 level. Now the support has turned into resistance. So it's really trading in this channel here between that 339 and 400. Hopefully over the next couple of weeks, it will stay between that 370 and 400 range. And then battery days coming up in the next week or so. So if you can trade sideways for the next week and then look to push above that 400 level, gain support here, then move up a little further. RSI is low, so it has room to grow. It has room to do that. So I think this sell off, everybody was panicking, but it seems like it's a healthy retracement to me. I mean, it was supported by the 50, and then it's moved higher, and it's just support and resistance. It's trading now in this range, and if it could push higher and move above that 400, will become support, and it could look to move higher. Just look at the Bollinger Bands, because I think that sometimes is helpful also to look at where we're headed. You can see also too about the middle Bollinger Band also is right on that resistance level of that 400. So trading between the 50 and the middle Bollinger Band right here and here. So um, you can see the upper Bollinger Band. If they start coming closer together, squeeze the price a little bit, trade sideways, trade up this way, push above that 400, and then look to move higher. If you look at the previous uh, history of the stocks, uh, as the Bollinger Bands get closer, there's accumulation, and then it keeps accumulating, keeps accumulating. The Bollinger Bands remain tight, and then on a breakout, they spread up. So I would really want the Bollinger Bands to move closer, kind of gain some sideways action, have them move closer, and look for that next bounce upwards. Um, keep the RSI down, and on the bear side, that's a real bullish side. The next real resistant support is like that 303 level, and then after that, um, the next support level is about 200. Honestly, I saw some technical analysis saying it's going to 75. I really don't see that in the charts. I'm not sure where people are seeing that. I mean, if this 300 level doesn't hold, I see that 200 level. But I mean, that would have to be some real negative market action and also some terrible September 22nd news followed by terrible earnings. But to me, um, you know, yes, the election as well could bring some terrible news, but I really don't see You know, the history of the stock, it stayed above the 50-day moving average, only falling below with the COVID crash. So I really, this is going back all the way like a year and a half. So it likes to stay above the 50, it's below, you know, during the COVID crash, but as soon as it breaks above it, it likes to stay above the 50-day moving average. So, anything's possible, but that's my technical analysis and really just seeing those levels. Uh, they're the future. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks a lot.